The theme of weather and how it portrays current events in the story is found throughout the novel of Frankenstein. In many situations, weather is a physical embodiment of the stress, tension, or fear that is currently being felt by one of the characters. It also is an essential part in setting the mood in many cases throughout the story. It helps to more obviously show how the characters feel and how the situation may resolve. In this case, it acts as both an element of foreshadowing and a way to set the mood and tone. This is shown when Victor is nervously expecting the monster to strike him during the wedding. The stormy weather shows that something bad is bound to happen, but has yet to occur due to the lack of rain. The tension continues to build, with the storm becoming more violent by the second, and with Victor only becoming more anxious. The tension finally breaks with a lightning bolt and the screams of Elizabeth that signal her death. At the same time, the rain begins to fall, showing that the tension has finally been broken. In this scene, we will further exemplify how tension, mood, and weather all influence the occurrences in the novel.
It sounds like there could be something behind that door there. Just a plant. I think there's something down there. Just a chair. Right here. I think there's something in there. Just some blankets. I feel like a storm's about to break.
Weather once again sets the mood and serves numerous symbolic purposes when Frankenstein returns to Geneva for the funeral of William. Already grieving, the beautiful scenery of his childhood seems to mock his misery, causing his mood to sink even more. When Frankenstein finally reaches Geneva, a storm breaks. The violent tempest represents the violent nature of the murder, but also acts as a song of mourning for Frankenstein. The heavy rain washes over Frankenstein, allowing him to cleanse some of his initial grief for the death of William. Then, lightning strikes, representing knowledge, with both the power to illuminate and destroy, giving Frankenstein a glimpse of the monster in the mountains, reinforcing the motif of lightning, the monster, and the danger of knowledge.
William was murdered right over there.
One major theme that is found throughout the story of Frankenstein is how nature affects the characters in the current situation. One example of this is shown when the monster feels as though there is no hope for his wretched existence, and then the gloomy wintertime only amplifies this feeling of self-hate and pity. On the other hand, when spring arrives, the monster is overwhelmed with a feeling of happiness and gentleness, and even joy. He begins to regain hope that he may in fact be able to live an enjoyable life in the world. This scene will further show how nature's influence is used in the novel.
I hate nature. I hate the world. I hate you, Victor! It's so beautiful. Look at this tree.
Another prominent theme in Frankenstein is the contrast between outward appearances and inward characteristics. While the monster struggles to gain acceptance in society as a result of his wretched appearance, despite his essentially benevolent nature, Frankenstein lives among society, but harbors darkness within, both from his days of obsessive research and necromantic experimenting, as well as from the guilt he believes he carries for the death of William, Justine, Clerval, and Elizabeth. In this scene, we will demonstrate the contrast between people who can be beautiful on the outside but ugly on the inside, and people who can be ugly on the outside but beautiful on the inside.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Hey man, you okay? Here, take this dollar, sir. Take this dollar and go get yourself an ice cream, man. Have a great rest of your day.
So in isolation versus alienation, isolation is when one decides to leave society and go off on their own, a lot like Victor did in Frankenstein. Alienation is when one is spurned from society and is forced to live out on their own, much like the monster situation.
Yeah, people.
It's a nice day. Hi guys. Wait.